All right, guys. So today I'm going to share with you 5 freight broker fails to avoid like the bubonic plague. Yes, I know that's dramatic. Yes, I know that title sounds clickbaity, but here's the reality. These mistakes that I'm going to share with you could literally cost you millions of dollars and possibly your business if you don't pay attention to what I'm about to teach you. So lean in. Grab a pen, grab some paper, take some notes really quick, okay? All right, so here we go. Number 1 on the list is not answering the phone after 5 p.m. So listen, guys, if you're going to become a freight broker or you're going to become a freight agent, there is no more 8 to 4, 9 to 5. What? All right, that's just the reality. You are going to need to be accessible by your customers and carriers beyond the normal 8 to 5, 9 to 4, whatever the normal full-time work job W-2 hours are. Okay, that's just the reality. So you're going to have to be available to make and take phone calls during evenings, weekends, and that's just the reality. Now, that's not going to happen every day. It's not going to happen all day, but you need to be accessible. So that is a huge fail. If you shut your phone off at 5 o'clock, you are going to struggle in this business. You're going to struggle mainly to retain shippers. That's going to be your biggest problem, is retaining customers and shippers. All right. Number 2, focusing mainly on price, focusing mainly on rates, focusing mainly on the conversation centering around how much money you can save your shippers. Now, when you can save your shippers money, that's great. But the reality is no one wants a Walmart. We already got Walmart. We already know what we get when we go to Walmart. It's not the best quality, but the price is right. So people buy it. But the reality is, if you focus on price as a broker, then your shippers are going to focus on price. If you promise to save them money, you've now painted yourself in the corner, and now you have to save them money or you have no credibility. So you should not focus exclusively on price. The reality is, needs to be a focus on relationship and trust and service. Those are the things you want to focus in on, and then you have an opportunity to deliver. Okay. Number 3, still thinking that high tech is an Excel spreadsheet or a Google Doc. Okay. I hate to break the news to you, but that's not high tech. I hate to break the news to you that while that's better than writing things down on a piece of paper, the reality is you need to embrace technology. If you are going to survive and thrive in the next 5, 10, 15 years as a freight broker, you're going to need to learn to embrace technology. That doesn't mean you need to become a software developer. That doesn't mean you need to hire software developers. The great part about living in this day and age as a freight broker is there is a lot of great technology out there, including load boards that have rating enhancements and load matching enhancements. You've got TMSs that have all kinds of, AI being built into them and other features to try to make your job easier. You've got tracking. You've got all kinds of tools out there, all kinds of software, all kinds of technology to make your job easier. But the key is you have to embrace the future of freight brokerage, which involves technology. It's a major fail if you're still operating off an Excel spreadsheet, or you're writing your loads down, or you think a Google Doc is high tech. Okay. Number 4, not reinvesting your profits into your business. All right. I see this a lot. Brokers start making a little bit of money. Maybe they're making 10 or 20,000 a month, and it goes right in the Hip National Bank. That's what they do. They save it all, or they spend it all on non-business related expenses like cars and houses and vacations. And I'm all for those things. But the reality is you have to reinvest profits back into your business. You have to reinvest your profits back into your skills. You have to reinvest your profits into your team, into your technology, into customer relationships. Again, those are all key components. If you are not reinvesting some of those profits back, I'm not saying all of the profits, but some of those profits consistently back into your business, then that is a major fail. All right. That's number 4. Number 5. Now listen, lean in here. This is the one that will cost you the most. Okay. Refusing to take ownership of issues and mistakes, but instead pointing fingers and blaming others, blaming drivers, blaming dispatchers, blaming lumpers, blaming other staff, blaming other people rather than taking ownership. As a freight broker, as a freight agent, the buck stops with you. Anything that happens in your business is your responsibility. Okay. You have to take ownership of it. Somebody else may have been involved in helping that bad decision or cause that issue, right? Or that service failure. But the reality is the buck stops with you. You have to learn to take ownership. Okay. That's the reality. So, but listen, I want to hear from you. Here's a question. Listen to me really quickly. What else do you think would be a major fail or a major mistake for a freight broker or freight agent that could literally cost them money and or their business? I'd love to hear from you. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear your take on it. And if I use any of those in future content, then I might give you a shout out in a future episode. So listen, if you're curious about becoming a freight broker or a freight agent and you're looking for some help, you're looking for some guidance from A to Z, check out freightbrokerbootcamp.com, well known to be the most cost-effective and comprehensive online freight broker training program. Trained way over 10,000 students, had that program since 2009, and I've personally done over $200 million as a freight broker. Not to mention, I've made it zero risk proposition because we have a 60-day, 100% unconditional money-back guarantee. So you can check that out at freightbrokerbootcamp.com.